Hello and welcome to the next video in our series. Today we are going to talk about our Sustainability Insights Engine, or Susie for short. I'm delighted to be joined by Thomas Rouland, our Head of Sustainability Analytics and Standards Group. Thomas, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Alex. Happy to be here with you.
Excellent. Maybe we can just start and you can tell the audience exactly why we created Susie.
Sure. So to make it simple, the asset management industry is facing two major trends. The first one is the integration of ESG factors in the investment decision, right? It's now mainstream. The second force is, at the same time, we have experienced an increase in availability of ESG data from corporates and agencies, right? And therefore, the challenge is to turn that mass of available data into insights. And this is why we have created Susie, because we believe a strong data architecture is a cornerstone.
Maybe as an introduction, maybe tell the audience what it is, what it does, and who are the main users.
Sure. So Susie stands for Sustainability Insights Engine, right? It's Allianz GI proprietary sustainability digital platform. And Susie is key enabler of the ESG informed investment decision making process. It answers three major needs. The first one is to provide an easy access for our portfolio managers, right? In one place, you can have access to more than 100 KPIs, selected KPIs, because they have the highest quality, which is judged by our expert team here. So it supports our PMs on day-to-day. They are not overwhelmed. The second point is about supporting our portfolio managers, because as said, it's a key enabler of active investment decision-making process. So it means that every time there is a question, but where is that information? Where can I find? How should I take that consideration of the rating and so on? So now it's available at your fingerprint for selecting stocks. So it's part of the investment process. And last but not least, it answers as well the need of guiding our clients. Susie is providing all those KPIs to all the internal tools, right? It's feeding front office tools for management purpose, but it's also feeding our client reporting tool for transparency to our clients through reporting. So easy access, support of our PMs, and guiding our clients are the three needs that Susie answers.
Excellent. Thank you. Then you know that I am a strong user of Susie on my day-to-day, and you know that, but for our audience, maybe they're not too familiar. Maybe you can showcase some of the capabilities.
So I will bring you to the home of Susie. This is Susie, how it works. And you can see here different tabs. Let's quickly move to the ESG profile, which is providing you a lot of information on more than 25,000 companies. So I selected three different companies, right, which have been anonymized. And you can clearly see that through the ESG profile tab, we have different KPIs, different ratings, different scores, which allow for a comparison of those companies through their sustainability profile. So we can see, for instance, that this one will be excluded by our own exclusion list, our conviction on what sustainability is and what isn't. So, for instance, we believe the company is involved in business activities which are not sustainable, and that's why it's excluded. But it also allows portfolio managers to compare two companies which looks good from a different rating perspective, but will have different characteristics. So if we look at the carbon emission, for instance, we can favor one compared to the other due to that quick sheet. If we go more into the details, as you said, Alex, we can find more information, right? So it was a quick sheet for making comparison between stocks. Here we are going into more details. We have dedicated pages where we can see the divergences, the convergences of different data points. Here you have a source of ratings, for instance. You can see that they are mostly aligned, except one provider, which is providing a mid-average sentiment, but it allows everyone on day-to-day to see if there is a strong convergence between the providers. And we know that compared to credit rating agency, it might be a bit lower. So it's very useful to see if agencies have different opinion. We can also assess the controversy profile of those companies. Here we have another box with different providers, and we can see a divergence already between two providers, where one is seeing a green light, right? There is no significant controversy, whether in magnitude or in frequency, while other providers have a moderate status or opinion on the stocks. Last but not least, we have access to, as I said, more than 100 analytics. We are providing a lot of information with different KPIs. So you have access to environmental KPIs, social KPIs, and we have built in Susie profile some cool functionalities. Like here you can see the dark bar with the gray bar. The dark bar is indicating the company, while the gray bar is indicating the sector, right? So you can always choose and select the best company in its respective sector. I will also demonstrate the cool features that we have built, which are the one demonstrating the position of the company within its universe. Here you can find the sector of that company with, for instance, relative data points, and you can see that this is a best-in-class company. It's highly rated compared to the universe, which is ranging from 0 to 3.75 around. You can also find the historical value of some credit agencies' credit rating here. So again, a lot of information, selected information, which is useful through the investment process because most of those data points are used as a binding element through our portfolio management or either informing the investment process.
Now, as you know, engagement is more and more a key driver of sustainability change in the portfolio. Maybe explain how Susie supports and helps portfolio managers in this objective.
Thanks, Alex, for that question. So in addition to the ESG profile, we have built several tabs, one being related to engagement. Here, we know that engagement is driving a lot of the positive change for the company. We have all those dialogues on day-to-day with company, and it's critical to record them into a tool that is then making it available to all our investment experts, right? Whether analysts, portfolio managers, or stewardship analysts. So in that engagement tab, for instance, you can look at the similar company A, right? We have seen all the rating and KPIs available. And here you can see the flow of discussion on that specific company, right? Who has engaged with on which topic, what was the status of that engagement or that dialogue? Was it a successful engagement dialogue? Was it a neutral? Are we still in progress? So a lot of information is available to our investment experts through that new tab. You are a portfolio manager of GSF, and you can as well benefit from the other engagement from your colleagues on the same stocks because they own it on different portfolios, right? So there is a strong ability for us to link all the discussion we have with those invested companies through the engagement tool built in Susie. So more functionalities, more information for your day-to-day investment process in the end.
Excellent. Well, we certainly look forward to seeing those features. Thomas Rouland, thank you very much for joining us today.
My pleasure, Alex.